Today I just want to talk about how I try and make learning more fun and also how I try and make my own goals more fun. The most popular Halloween costume for this past year for women to be was, or little girls to be, was a cat. No, it was Wonder Woman. So everyone wanted to be Wonder Woman. You know, everyone loves Wonder Woman. Well, if a kid wants to be a superhero, let them be a superhero. Give them superpowers. So I had the kids within like the first week of school, they got to create their own superhero. So they did a little drawing, like, oh, what kind of superpowers do you have? Like, oh, he can shoot lasers out of his eyes. All right, I was like, well, what if your superhero could get rid of homework? And they'd be like, oh, like, yeah, like, I don't want to do homework. Yeah, of course you don't want to do homework, but you know, how's your superhero going to use his power? Like, we have to build up his strength so he can use his power. Well, if you have, if you're using materials correctly, like today, if you are keeping your hands to yourself, if you are showing up to class on time, if you're doing these certain things, your superhero will gain strength. And then, like, let's just say you earn your superhero gained 50 points today. You know, next week, you know, he can use his superpower to get rid of homework on Friday. You don't have to do that. What I like to do is like to think of something that we need them to do, something that they want to do, and how can we meet in the middle?
For like a learner trying to learn the letters and they enjoy coloring, so you just combine the two. They have to color a specific letter, and then as they're coloring, you're like, oh, what letter is that? H. All right, cool, keep coloring, and just go back and forth, and it kind of like cements that.
Love it, love it. Yeah,
cements
nice.
it in there.
Awesome.
Do you kind of purposely interrupt it, make a response, and then have them finish?
I'll just have them typically they'll stop, or if they can, respond and keep going at the same time. So if they're calling to like, I'm like, what letter is that? They're like, oh, this is H, or sometimes they'll stop and just respond and then go right back to it.
Yeah, so when you do set your own goals and accomplishment, or you set goals for someone else, like a learner, when they accomplish them, you have to quickly figure out what's the next step. So that means the learner I had in a school in Mulligan Township before, I had to create a system where he would always get a post-reinforcement pause when he would earn the reinforcer, which was walking around the school. And then right when he got back to the classroom, after he earned and you were like all proud, he'd flop and not cross the threshold and not come back into the classroom because he got what he wanted, so why should he go back to the classroom? So what I had to do was create a second reinforcer so that he had a reason to come back in the classroom. So he would earn, and what I told him is that as soon as he crosses the threshold, after he already earned his walk and comes back, instead of flopping, if he crosses the threshold, comes back in the classroom, he could pick out of a hat, and there was like a 4 out of 5 chance, like 4 cards in there, and 4 out of 5 said, take another walk. So he was able to earn another walk 4 out of 5 times. That meant, what, 80% of the time he was earning a walk. So then it got rid of the post-reinforcement pause. So he was already in the classroom, so if he picked the one card that said no walk, he was already in there. He just started working, getting ready to earn his next one. Then we faded it, so he had to cross the threshold, and 3 out of 5 cards said take a walk, 2 said no walk. And then we faded that to 2 out of 5, and then soon he no longer had a post-reinforcement pause. It could be 1 out of every 5 cards that he got a second walk back to back. So to avoid a post-reinforcement pause or that letdown after a goal is accomplished and a reinforcer has been obtained, you have to think of a variable schedule of something right after.